All right, everyone, welcome back. Today, we're gonna take a deep dive into something really fascinating. Um, the story behind Xahau DocProof. Have you heard of
Oh
this?
yeah, Xahau DocProof. It's a platform for digital signing built on the blockchain.
On the blockchain. That's right. And the really cool part is the sources we're using aren't like, marketing materials or anything like that.
Oh,
We're going right to the source. We're looking at the actual developer chats from the very beginning of this project.
raw behind the scenes.
Raw, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're right there in the room with them as they're building this thing. So we're not just going to learn what Xahau DocProof is, but really the how and the why.
Yeah, the how it came to be.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's a fascinating journey, full of twists and turns.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was really surprised by some of the things I found.
So it all starts with a developer named Andrei Rosseti
Okay.
from Brazil. He was kind of frustrated with the limitations of, the existing digital signing platforms.
Okay. So it's not just like a tech demo or something. He's got a real world problem he's trying to solve.
Absolutely. He saw blockchain as the solution
Okay.
to this problem.
Interesting.
Yeah. And his vision, I mean, this is really cool. His vision was, he wanted to leverage blockchain's immutability,
Hmm.
to create like truly secure and tamper-proof, signatures, digital signatures.
So it's kind of like getting something notarized, but on like a whole other level.
Exactly.
Blockchain notarization.
Like every signature, every change, permanently recorded on the blockchain.
Wow,
A verifiable, auditable history.
that's really smart.
Yeah, and so his initial project, he called it EVM XSign,
Okay,
and it really focused on this timestamping documents on the blockchain.
clever, very clever.
Yeah.
And so then I was reading that his prototype caught the eye of Wietse Wind.
Oh yeah,
Big player in the XRPL ecosystem.
yeah, absolutely, a key figure. And he even commented on the project early on. He said, "Very nice. I love the blockchain timestamping plus a comprehensive user interface."
Wow, high praise.
Yeah.
That's high praise from Wietse.
That's high praise from Wietse, absolutely. And it was a pivotal moment for Andre.
Yeah.
This wasn't like a grant application or anything formal.
Right, yeah.
Just a developer sharing his work.
Right.
And this feedback gave him validation and really opened doors for collaboration.
Okay. So that's interesting. So it's like just organically they start working together.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, but here's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
So Wietse suggests this bold move.
Okay.
Instead of building this on Ethereum's EVM, he suggests migrating the project to Xahau.
Yeah, to Xahau.
And now, some of our listeners might not be familiar with Xahau, but can you give us just a quick rundown?
Yeah, sure. Xahau is a network that uses something called hooks. Think of them like streamlined smart contracts.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So and Wietse saw the potential there with hooks.
Absolutely. Yeah, he saw the potential of hooks, to create a much smoother, more efficient user experience for DocProof.
Okay.
And Xahau also offered, some easier monetization options, which is important for any developer,
Right.
building a sustainable project. Yeah. So it was a real game changer for Andre, and he jumped right in.
Yeah.
He even said about the Xahau SDK, he said, the SDK is very easy to use. Congrats.
So he's excited about the possibilities.
Yeah, yeah.
But I imagine there's a learning curve there.
Yeah.
It's a new platform, new everything.
Totally. I mean, hooks were a new concept.
Right.
He had to learn a new programming language, C, to work with them.
Wow.
It's like trying to solve a puzzle, but you've never seen the pieces before.
Yeah. So he's got this exciting new platform, but he's in uncharted territory.
Absolutely.
So were there any moments where he felt lost or overwhelmed?
Oh, I'm sure there were. I mean, one of the biggest challenges he faced was just figuring out how to store and retrieve data using hooks,
Okay.
which sounds simple enough, but it's really not as straightforward as it might seem.
Right.
And he ran into some real roadblocks, but this is where the strength of that Xahau community
Okay.
really shines.
So they helped him out.
Oh, they went above and beyond. The Xamarin app support team,
Okay.
specifically a developer named Satish, They provided code examples, explained concepts patiently, essentially became Andrei's mentor.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and they tackled some tough coding problems together, the kind that would make most people just give up.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's more than just it's like a human connection there.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
it's not just lines of code.
Yeah. It's that support,
Yeah.
that encouragement.
Yeah. What kind of problems did they run into? Can you give us some examples?
Oh, they had all sorts of issues, from loop errors, difficulties handling data blobs, even a ticking timer problem
A ticking timer?
with a core Xahau function.
Oh wow. That sounds a little intense.
It was a critical issue. It
Yeah.
needed immediate attention. But fortunately, the XRPL Labs team jumped in, provided a fix quickly.
See, that's the beauty of an active community like that,
Absolutely.
where everyone's invested.
Yeah. It's like having a whole team of experts in your corner,
Right. Ready to jump in.
ready to help you out when you need it.
Right. That's fantastic. And so this collaborative spirit,
Mhm.
is that really what propelled this project forward?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it paved the way for some major milestones.
Okay, like what? Give me some of the exciting, aha moments.
Well, the first one has to be the very first signature on Xahau.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Andrei shared his excitement. He just wrote, "First signature on Xahau."
That's
You can practically feel the joy.
I know it's like that moment when the rocket finally lifts off. You know, all that work,
Exactly.
the anticipation is finally paying off.
And that was just the beginning. Um, then they implemented push notifications
Oh well.
through the Xamarin Wallet app, making the entire signing process just seamless.
Nice.
Yeah, and even Wietse chimed in. He said the push notification just completes the entire flow, doesn't it?
That's great. So they're really building something special here,
Yeah.
piece by piece, and it sounds like they're having fun doing it too,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is always a good sign. So what else did they add? What other features?
Well, they introduced decentralized identifiers, or DDs, for each signature.
Okay, now for those of us who aren't like blockchain wizards, what does that mean?
So think of it like a unique digital fingerprint for each signature,
Okay.
making it very, very easy to verify the authenticity.
Okay.
They even created QR codes that link directly to the DID and document hash.
Oh wow,
So verifying is as simple as just scanning a code.
that's really clever.
Yeah.
So they're really focused on the user experience. It's not just the tech itself.
Exactly, yeah.
Hmm.
They understood that for a platform like this to succeed, it has to be easy to use.
Right.
Accessible, not just for tech-savvy people.
Right, for everyone.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think, before we go any further, I think it's really important to acknowledge the unsung heroes of this story.
Okay.
And that's the Xahau community.
Absolutely.
They played such a crucial role in the success
Mhm.
of Xahau DocProof.
Mhm.
And Wietse's guidance and the support of that entire Xahau ecosystem, it was instrumental.
Yeah. It was more than just, the technical expertise.
Mm.
They provided resources, API keys, server infrastructure, even XAH tokens
Wow.
to support the project. It was a real testament to their belief in Andrei's vision and their commitment to fostering innovation.
Yeah. So it sounds like, it was the perfect storm of talent and vision and community support.
Precisely. And that's a really powerful combination that can lead to some remarkable outcomes.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning. Andrei's journey with Xahau DocProof, it had a profound impact on him.
Oh, yeah.
Not just as a developer, but as a person.
Right.
And he was really touched by the support he received.
That's right.
And he expressed his gratitude in several of the messages that we've seen.
Oh, really? I'm curious to hear what he said.
Well, in one message he wrote, "An excellent leader not only shows the way, but also inspires and empowers others to walk it with confidence and purpose. Thank you, 3."
That's beautiful.
It's clear he wasn't just building a platform. He was learning, valuable lessons about leadership and collaboration
Yeah.
and the power of community. It's amazing how a single project can have such a ripple effect.
Yeah. And that ripple effect, it extends beyond just Andrei.
Right.
His story it's an inspiration to anyone who has an idea, but they feel daunted by the challenges ahead. It
Right.
shows that, with passion and persistence and the right support, anything is possible.
That's a great message. It
Yeah.
really is. It's really highlighting the human side of technology, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's not just about, lines of code. It's about the people behind the lines,
Right.
the connections they forge. And, Wietse being Wietse, you know him.
Yeah.
Always so humble. He said, thanks for participating and joining in for the ride, and thanks for building.
Oh, that's great.
It wasn't just a, transactional thing. It was a genuine partnership
Yeah.
built on mutual respect and that shared vision.
Yeah. So we've seen this project go from like, single developer's idea to this fully functioning platform. But like, let's zoom out a little bit.
Okay.
What's the bigger picture? What does this tell us about blockchain, about the potential?
I think this story really showcases, the democratizing power of blockchain.
Okay.
It proves that with blockchain, anyone can create really impactful technology, right? You don't need a corporation. You don't need, millions in funding.
Right.
Just a good idea and the drive to learn.
Right. And a little help from your friend.
And a little help from your friends. Exactly.
The Xahau village in this case.
The Xahau village came together. They provided the tools, the mentorship, the encouragement for Andrei to really bring this vision to life.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. And let's not forget, we're talking real world applications here.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't just some, theoretical thing. We're talking secure, tamper-proof, digital signatures.
Huge implications.
Huge. Yeah, like what? Give me some examples.
Yeah. Oh, think about contracts, legal documents, medical records, supply chain management, anything that requires like a trustworthy and verifiable signature.
Right.
Xahau DocProof could really revolutionize these processes,
Right.
make them more efficient, more transparent, more secure.
So blockchain is moving beyond the hype
Moving beyond the hype.
into these real world solutions.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't, some big tech company with endless resources. It was this single developer with a passion project and a community that believed in him,
That's the beauty of it.
It's really inspiring. And let's be real, building something like this, it's not easy.
No, it's not a walk in the park.
No. Andrei faced some serious technical challenges along the way. Remember those API connection issues he was having?
Oh, yeah, when his front end and back end just weren't talking to each other.
Right. Nightmare. Oh, and then there were those CORS errors.
Ugh, every web developer's worst enemy.
And then that email sending problem. Remember that? Like a missing enter keystroke was causing all this chaos.
Oh man, that's the kind of stuff that makes you want to pull your hair out.
I know.
But even in those moments of frustration, the community was right there.
Right there.
Bouncing ideas off each other,
Yeah.
troubleshooting together, celebrating the victories as a team.
So it really is a collaborative effort,
Right. Oh, absolutely.
It's not about individual brilliance. It's about that collective wisdom
Yeah.
and support,
Reminds me of how Andrei looked up to both David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple,
Okay.
and to Wietse. He even wrote, "Every time I exchange emails with you, I want you to know that I feel very special. Because right after David Schwartz, you are one of the people who are at the top of the list that I admire the most."
Wow. High praise again.
It shows just how much he valued their guidance and the impact they had on his journey.
Really the power of mentorship, right?
Oh, yeah.
It can shape not just someone's technical skills, but their values, their aspirations. It's really and speaking of values, there's another important takeaway here. Persistence pays off.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Andrei's initial vision for DocProof, it evolved,
It evolved significantly.
It changed. He started on one platform, pivoted to another, faced these roadblocks, but he never gave up.
Never gave up.
And that's a great reminder for all of us, setbacks, challenges, they're inevitable.
They happen.
But it's how we respond to them
Right.
that really defines us.
Defines our success. Yeah.
His willingness to adapt and learn
Mhm.
and keep pushing forward, it's an inspiration.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget the importance of storytelling.
Yeah.
The narrative arc of this journey is so compelling.
It really is.
We see the hero's journey, the initial spark of an idea, the challenges, the mentors, the ultimate triumph.
And having access to these, these raw communications, it's like we're getting these behind the scenes glimpses. Makes it all the more relatable and engaging.
It's not just a dry technical report. It's a human story.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's filled with passion, dedication,
And a sense of shared purpose.
Yeah, and that's what makes this deep dive so special. We're not just learning about a blockchain platform.
Right.
We're connecting with the people behind it,
Mm-hmm.
understanding their motivations, sharing in their journey.
Yeah, it reminds us that technology at its core is about human ingenuity
Yeah.
and the desire to create something meaningful that
Yeah.
makes a difference in the world.
And that's worth celebrating. Now, before we move on, what stood out to you the most about Andrei's story?
For me, it's the ripple effect of that single email, Andrei reached out to Wietse with this simple idea, and it
Yeah.
sparked this chain reaction of innovation, collaboration, and ultimately a solution that could impact, potentially millions of people.
Right.
It's a reminder that sometimes all it takes is a spark to ignite a fire.
Yeah, I love that. I love that analogy. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the power of connection, and
Yeah.
sometimes these small actions
Yeah.
can have huge impact.
And it's not about the grand gestures all the time. It's about the everyday acts of kindness, mentorship, support,
Right.
that fuel these movements.
And that's what makes me so optimistic, about the future of blockchain.
Yeah.
It's not just about the technology itself. It's about the communities
Right,
that are
yeah.
forming around it, the shared values, that
Yeah.
willingness to help each other. It's really powerful.
Yeah, it's a powerful force for change, and I'm excited to see what other innovations come out of this ecosystem.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this deep dive into Xahau DocProof, I want to touch on one more thing,
Okay.
and that's the importance of sharing these stories.
You mean stories like Andrei's?
Exactly, yeah. Because by getting a glimpse into the real, the unfiltered journey, behind a project like this,
Yeah.
we gain a much deeper appreciation, I think, for the challenges, the triumphs.
It humanizes the technology.
It humanizes it, yeah, and it makes it so much more relatable, especially for people who maybe are a little intimidated
Right.
by blockchain.
Yeah, it demystifies the process,
Yeah.
shows that the innovation, it's not just for geniuses or
Right.
big corporations.
It's for anyone.
Yeah, it's for
With a
anyone.
good idea and a willingness to learn and the courage to reach out for help.
That's right.
And that's a message that we need to hear more of.
Absolutely.
So to anyone listening out there who has an idea brewing, a project that they've been dreaming of, don't be afraid to take that first step.
That's right.
Share your vision, connect with others, embrace the power of community. You never know what amazing things
Yeah.
you might create.
You might create, and who knows, maybe your story will be the next one we feature on the deep dive.
That's right. That's right. Well, hey, this has been a fantastic deep dive.
Yeah, this was fun.
I always learn so much from these conversations, and I really hope our listeners do too. But for now, we're gonna have to leave it there.
All right.
But until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Keep diving deep.